This is my first ever knitting recap. This is my everything I knitted in 2025. I don't think I need to add any more information. You know the drill. All my knits are here, ready to be shown to you. So let's jump right in. So I will do it mostly in chronological order, not entirely, but I'm also going to include all the accessories. I'm not going to put them in the end because I don't want to. I think that's reason enough, isn't it? The first finished object in 2025 was my mini scarf with frills by Hitomi Shida. It's in her lovely book, The Japanese Knitting Stitch Bible. Great book, totally recommend. This is a gorgeous, intricate lace shawl, and as the name suggests, it has frills. I never wear this because it's a mini shawl, and I realized after knitting this, I don't need a mini shawl, but I still like it. I still love looking at it. I basically just have it in my box now of rotten knits, but I love it nonetheless. This is made in Cashmere and Merino. It's Feelings by Schulana, and beautiful yarn. Totally recommend. This was perfect choice for this. Next object I finished in 2025 is the Sophie hood by PetiteKnit. And I also never wear this because this is superwash merino. This merino plus by Lang. Not my kind of yarn. I ordered this online, so I didn't know what it felt like. Now I know better, and now I don't really use superwash anymore on its own. Great pattern, love the idea of it, but now that I have it, I literally never wear it. I wore it in the beginning a lot when I was super excited about this, but now I have better things that I knitted myself that I enjoy more. So maybe next year this will find some use again, maybe I'll frog it, but I'm not too fussed about having things in my box of knits, and every time someone who is very interested in my knitting comes over to my house, I show them everything that I ever made, and that's still very fun to do. And maybe one day there will be a person at my house who says, "Oh my god, why don't you ever wear this?" And then I'll just gift it to them and they'll be so happy. That's definitely gonna happen one day. Also, if at any point in this video you start to feel bad because I made so many things and you maybe didn't make as much, or even if you made more, don't ever feel bad. Stop. That's so 2025 and 2026. We don't feel shame about that kind of stuff anymore, okay? So knit as much as you want or as little as you want. You're still a valid knitter. There's really no point in comparing yourself to anyone. It doesn't matter. If you don't like these yearly idea things, because I also don't really like these yearly recap. I know we do this because it's convenient, because we already have years, so we use them, you know, as a measurement of time and intervals, I guess, of our lives. But honestly, we could also completely turn it around and say, here's a video of the last 20 knits I made, even if it took you 5 years. Who the hell cares? Still the same value. These years are so arbitrary. So don't you ever feel bad about how much you knit. Doesn't belong here. But here's my third finished object. Sorry if I have fruit between my teeth. I need to snack in between because this is a very long video, I feel like. This is the Friday tee by PetiteKnit. I made this in Sunday by Sandnes. Lovely, lovely yarn. I can wear this on my skin. Look, this is proof. Not wearing anything underneath. Totally can tolerate it. I'm not the most sensitive skinned person, and I totally messed up the collar. It's twisted. I don't like that about this, but I still wear it every now and then. It's not my favorite piece in the world, but it gets some use and I like looking at it. It's very cute, isn't it? This is probably one of my highlights of 2025. This was my first ever cardigan I ever made. This is my first ever garment where I used mohair, and look at this structure. It's the Jenny jacket by PetiteKnit. Guys, isn't this the most lovely cardigan? I love how I made it oversized. I wear this at home, outside, everywhere, anywhere, all at once. You know, this is the perfect cardigan. The structures make it super scrumptious and interesting, and it's still very elegant, but also cozy. It's definitely such a great pattern, and the yarn I used for this is again a superwash. It's Anina by Filcolana, and it's soft silk mohair by Knitting for Olive. And I love that yarn combination. Oh, so yummy, dreamy. This is superwash, which does give it less structure. You can see it's not holding up as well. Especially here, it's a little bit worn. I didn't even button this correctly, did I? Oh, I did. Yeah, there's nothing more to add to this other than what a lovely cardigan. Oh, a little bit of a complicated one. This is the Olga sweater, and this is probably one of my most favorite sweaters. However, not in the fashionable going out kind of way. It's more of a, this is my favorite sweater to sleep in, to wear around the house, and to just always wear, because this is the Olga sweater by PetiteKnit in Cardiff Cashmere. And this feels amazing. I got this yarn as a birthday gift, and I made the Olga blouse before the Olga blouse even existed, because PetiteKnit came out with a pattern for the Olga sweater in Cardiff Cashmere, and I made that before she came up with it, so kind of feel like she owes me. Just kidding, she does not know I exist, but if you do, Mette, hi, I love you. I saw you once in Vienna with your family. Was too scared to say hi. Yeah, so as you see, it's a bit cropped. I should wear something underneath, because now you see all of my body. Yeah, nothing I can say about it that would explain it better. It's just a complicated relationship, the Olga and I, because to be completely honest, I didn't put as much effort into it as I could have. For a little bit of backstory, I finished the Jenny jacket, and I really put effort into this. I was so meticulous, I was so good about it. And then I immediately started this. And I think that was the issue. I should have given myself a little bit more time, because going from a cardigan to a sweater, you know, I should have had like a cleansing project in between. But this still turned out amazing. This has the most worn time from all of my things, I believe. And it's just not as great because I didn't weave in the ends. The ends that I wove in here, you can see them through the collar. I didn't do a good job picking up the stitches. That's it. But it's just not as neat as it could be. Also I messed up with starting this project. I didn't do a proper gauge swatch. I used needles that were maybe a little bit bigger than I would have liked. Like, the gauge is very holy. Not dramatically, but you know, there could have been some more thoughts. I'm not gonna redo it. This is it. This is perfect. I love this to death, even with all its shortcuts, drawbacks, shortbacks, shortings, you know. Yeah, enough about that. Another PetiteKnit pattern, the Lulu Slipover. I made this in Pure Gint, and this is a bit itchy. When I first made this was so itchy that I almost couldn't touch it. Then I wore it a few times with a turtleneck underneath, and for some reason, I don't know the physics or the biology or whatever it is behind it, it's not as itchy anymore. It's almost soft to the touch. How does that work? Can someone please explain? I have no explanation for that. But now without anything underneath, this is not wearable because it itches me here. And usually I wear something underneath that goes at least up to here, but here, oh, here it's almost fine. But I see a lot of times in these videos that people apologize if they make a lot of petite knit patterns. Who cares? Don't apologize. Why is that a bad thing? If you really like a designer and just what if she, oh my god, I just lost all of my brain power. Who cares? Who cares if she is the biggest knitwear designer? Why not support her? It's not evil. I know there's very many other designers out there, and I do look for other designers, but if she has patterns that I really like, I will knit them unapologetically. How about that? And so should you. Let's stop apologizing. Off to our next pattern. Now to a self-drafted slip over, which is the most horrendous item I own. This garment makes me so angry because of what it could have been and what it is now. And what it is ugly. I don't like it. Not even the colors. I think the colors are fine. I like the yellow. I like this multicolored thing. I like the pink. Like the idea I still can get behind. But the execution is just so terrible. You guys can't even see it, but look at this mess that's underneath here. And if you want to see more on my debacle on this, I posted some videos about it on Instagram. So if you've been following me there, you know how much I hate this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I have a feeling this is one of these projects that I might frog and then repurpose this yarn, because this yarn is way too nice to now be in my box. This is called Lovis by Lang. Beautiful, beautiful yarn. Beautiful, beautiful yarn. And this is socks, Alpaka socks by Lang, and this is an Austrian brand. It's called Ferner, and the yarn is called Die Vielseitige 120 or something like that. And now the most special knit of 2025. This is my first random sweater ever. And it makes me so emotional because this year I had a fever for one night, and the next day I woke up and I told my boyfriend I had this grand idea of ordering randomized yarn and not knowing the colors, and then randomizing the order of the colors. Imagine how fun that would be, and if I documented the entire process on Instagram. And so it happened. I ordered colors from the internet, from Knitting for Olive, because they did a fundraiser for humanitarian help in Gaza, so that was perfect timing. I got a random number generator on the internet, and then I generated these 9 colors. So you can see there's a bunch of colors in this. So there's maybe I can even remember what they're called, but the blue is called, I don't remember any of them. There is, I'll put it on the screen. I don't know how I forgot, because I've said these colors so many times in my daily videos on Instagram, so that's kind of a shame that I forgot them. Midnight is one of them. This is that one. Bordeaux, Pearl Gray. Oh, you guys are gonna hate me that I don't know what the blue is called, because I made a big fuzz when it came on for the first time. Is it Poppy Blue? No, it's Poppy Red. And then it's Lightning Blue. Oh. Anyways, I followed the pattern for the Monday sweater by PetiteKnit, and I followed it to a T, no modification, and I love it. You guys are gonna be surprised when you hear how often I wear this. I wear this so much. I'm actually surprised myself. And if you don't know what a random sweater is, I basically already told you, right? The colors are random, the order is random, so I asked a number generator every day to generate the next color and the number of rows. And there's even a knit along because there's a second random sweater that I'm about to show you soon. Because I made a second one because it popped off on the internet. People loved it. And so many people joined for the second random sweater. There's so many random sweaters out there. I cannot even believe it. I love that so many people joined and it was so fun. People are still knitting on their random sweaters and I hope they will do it forever. I hope the random sweater ideology never stops. If you want to make a random sweater, go ahead. It's so fun. And on Instagram, I went into the details a little bit, what my thought process behind it is, because with knitting, which is such a practical hobby, because in the end you have something that you want to wear, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of expectations of how it should look so that it's wearable, so that you're satisfied with it, and so on and so forth. And so it is with us. There's so many expectations for us women to look a certain way, and I don't want that. I really don't. And this sweater didn't have any expectations to meet. Nobody could expect anything because it was all up to fate. And now it's the most perfect sweater. And there it goes. Goes to show that in life, the most perfect things are the ones you least expect, the least plannable, the least controllable. If you stop controlling for a second, the outcome might be better than you think. So now we're off to a little trilogy, because this is my Levitate wrap by my favorite things knitwear. This is in Snefnug by Camarose. So soft, not particularly warm. I'm not very warm wearing this, but I also made a bunch of mistakes. This sleeve is a bit longer than this one, and the cuffs are very slanted and wrong, and I'm still super proud of it. I don't ever wear this yet. I think I will wear this more in the spring. I don't wear it because of this bunchy bunch. Underneath the coat, it's just not too fab. But why is this a trilogy? Well, I repurposed the leftovers of the Snefnug and I made a beanie. This is the Grand Nord by, I always forget what the designer is called. Something with letters, like something like TCM, something like that. And who would have thought, I also think this beanie is not warm enough. But for the fall and when it's not that cold outside, totally fine, totally love it. But then I had even more leftovers of the Snefnug, so I made one more thing. I made a cowl. And it turned out, I think of the three, this is the best project. Oh, that was a smart idea. I also don't think this beanie has enough structure because it's really hard to put it on properly. I mean, I'm sure if you made this beanie in a better yarn that's more suited for this pattern, the pattern would turn out better. But yeah, this is my outfit now in my 3 knits in the same yarn, and the white yarn of this pattern is from this project, because this project required 55 grams. I literally used 5 grams of the second ball that I had for this, and then I used it in this, and I still have more of it. So I made a little angel for my aloe vera Christmas tree. I don't really have a Christmas tree, but I put it on my plant. Isn't that so adorable? It's a free pattern on Ravelry that I found, and that's so cute. And this pattern inspired me to maybe self-draft a cardigan like this, because this is so scrumptious. I don't even know what this is called, this stitch. But here we are, my very first trilogy of 3 things I knitted. And maybe there's gonna be a fourth one, because I still have more yarn. Can you imagine? And I swear, I made this, oh no, now I'm almost naked. I'm so sorry about that. I even made this Levitate wrap a little bit longer. Still. Now that you're familiar with what a random sweater is, this is my second random sweater. And I don't even know which one I like more, because they're both so different. But I wore this to work the other day and I felt so cute. I felt so special. I felt like I knew a secret that nobody else does. And I just think this is lovely. The yarn is Sunday by Sandnes and Tynn Silk Mohair by Sandnes. The colors are again all over the place. There's spring green, this copper bone, navy, blossom, scarlet red, jazzy pink, flamingo, and that's probably it. And I love this. This feels so soft. Again, when I first put it on, very scratchy. After washing, still a bit scratchy. After wearing, not as scratchy anymore. Itchy, scratchy, I don't know. But absolutely divine piece. Love it. Wear this all the time. This is such a gorgeous sweater. It turned out amazing. What can I say? I love it. I know this might not be everyone's thing, but I am here for it. And now, what was I gonna say? Oh, the pattern. The pattern is also the Monday sweater by PetiteKnit. However, I did modify everything to be a 2x2 rib. So the collar, the cuff, and the bottom. And I got really, really lazy, which is unlike me in knitting, actually. But I just couldn't care about knitting or binding off Italianly. That's how I say it. So I just didn't. I did a regular bind off and I kind of dig it. I think it's fine. I almost like that the body is not as stretchy. It worked. I'm so glad. But now, in lieu with this beautiful thing, I had so many leftovers because I ordered yarn for a medium and I ended up making a small. Why I did that, I don't know. And I still have leftovers even after making my first pair of gloves. Aren't they just so adorable? Oh my god. Wait, 1 second. Now it would have been hilarious if I made this glove in blossom and this in jazzy pink so that they would oh my god, I can't. So that they would align. Maybe I should attach this to myself. Why am I struggling? Oh, much better. So, these are my gloves. They're so perfect. They turned out great. I love this. This is so funny to me. Again, would be hilarious if this was blossom. But I could make another one. I won't. I don't think I will ever make gloves again until these disintegrate, because I wear these every day. This is so convenient. Even if there's a few ends that stick out over here and there, don't care. It's just gloves. They keep me warm. They're cute. They make me smile every time I see them. What more do you want? And now another, oh, this is a pattern by Nimble Needles, by the way. It's free, so go try it out. But now another pattern by PetiteKnit, the Sophie shawl. I made this in 100% angora because I went to a yarn fair, my very first one in 2025 and ever. And I got 2 angora yarn balls and this pink and this blue. I thought I was going to make 2 separate Sophie shawls, but then I thought, why do I repeat history again? I don't like mini scarves, I don't like mini shawls, so I made a little bigger shawl. And I don't know if this is as big as a Sophie shawl is. It's definitely not as big as a Sophie scarf, but it's It's maybe a hybrid. I like it. I liked it even more when it was first done because it wasn't as felted yet. Look at this. This is not okay. This is so thick and almost has no definition anymore. So sad, especially here. I mean, I'm still gonna wear it. I wore it in the winter like this. And I think that's super cute. I wore it like this a lot because then it's a scarf. And I mean, it's basically a hood. But yeah. So, this is it. Oh, and in the beginning of the year, I totally forgot. I made a beanie for my boyfriend. It's the hipster beanie by PetiteKnit. I also made this in Sunday by Sandnes. He chose this color, and I think he chose it perfectly. This is a perfect pattern, a perfect color, and the person who wears this the most is me. And then I made a Grandmacore hood by Kutovakika. I made this in a superwash merino and a mohair. I can't really tell you the brands because I'm gonna put them in the description anyways. I don't remember them. I bought them in the store. This is super cute. I don't seriously wear this for some reason. I feel a bit goofy. It is very, very grandma-y. I know that's what the pattern already says, but I didn't think it would look that grandma-y. I still like it. I still wear it, but I do feel a bit silly. I noticed that when I went to the rock climbing gym the other day, and when I entered, my immediate urge was to take it off. Sad, but true. This sweater is so freaking great. Every time I put it on, I'm like, oh, finally. I'm being hugged by a sheep. Oh no, an alpaca, because this is alpaca and cotton and mohair. So all of the animals and trees. Is cotton trees? I think so. Am I stupid? Should I know that? Probably should. Cotton is trees, right? Yeah. Part of a tree, right? Anyways, this is the cloud sweater by PetiteKnit. I made this in an alpaca cone yarn that I got also from my very first yarn fair. It was a 500 gram cone alpaca yarn. I still have some leftovers. Again, about 80 grams. And I was thinking maybe I should combine those leftovers with the Snefnug and do something like that. We'll see. But this is the perfect sweater. I mean, I love wearing this. I wear this to work a lot, and I am super scared of getting it dirty because it's white. So this is very anxiety ridden, as you can imagine, but I still love it. It has a few foundation spots on it. Don't tell my mom. But yeah, cloud sweater, great pattern. Don't know what to say about this. There's really nothing to say because it's just perfect. The fit, I mean, totally my style. Totally love it. Perfect. Just so you know, I wore all of these sweaters just now without anything underneath. So I must be very skin tolerant. Okay, this is the Lakes Pullover by Ozetta. I finished that pretty recently, and this is, I would say, not how this sweater usually looks like, because I modified the heck out of it. Not on purpose, partially, somehow by mistake as well, but the story is I had 2 mohairs, one fingering weight merino from Amsterdam, hand-dyed. Very special to me. I got it on a work trip. Okay. But I didn't know what to do with it, so I paired it with 2 mohairs. Okay. Then I thought, okay, perfect. I'm gonna make my first cable sweater. Oh, now my coffee machine is being loud. Where was I? So I thought I was gonna make my first cable sweater. And then I realized I don't have enough yarn, so I tried to find an alternative. I found the Lakes Pullover, and I thought that would look really cute. But then I realized I will not have enough yarn for that either, and I'm not hitting gauge, and I sized up. And I just subtracted from all of the stitch counts like 4 stitches. Don't ask. I won't tell, and you don't ask. And that's the product. That's what happens when you just do something. And it worked out for some reason. I was lucky. I really like it. It was my cursed yarn. If you want to know more about that, I talk plenty about that in my other videos. And also on Instagram, you can see all my thoughts. It's kind of pretty, isn't it? I mean, look at this sleeve. It's not long enough, is it? But it's so fuzzy. Oh my god. I'm absolutely adoring this. Just this yarn combination is so freaking soft. It's the softest. The next one might be even softer, but in a different way. But it's the softest. It's so soft. It's scrumptious. It's buttery. And this is my last finished object of 2025. My first ever knit design. I'm so proud of this, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. I think it turned out perfect. I did not know what this is gonna look like, obviously, in the beginning. I kind of made it up as I went, and again, I was lucky. And it's perfect. I'm so in love. This feels like a pajama top. It's not itchy anywhere. It's the most fanciest yarn. The black is a knitting for olive, merino, and the pink and other pink is Telia by Filcolana. Oh, I love it. So cute. I'm gonna live in this from now on, I think, just because it's so airy, ethereal, and soft. Well, I guess, people of the internet, this was my everything I knitted in 2025. 25 is over. Gone. 2026 is here. What are you gonna make in 2026? How was 2025 for you? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments. Let me know which of these are your favorites that I knitted. Have you made any of these patterns as well in 2025? Is there anyone out there who is my knitting twin? Let me know all of these thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!